Just in case any of you did not know, I do caption all of my videos. All you have to do is press that caption button, which is just below. It's a little CC box. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie. Today we are talking about an experience that I had recently, and I'll be honest, it wasn't the most pleasant experience, but that's not what this video is for. It's not just to complain. It is to raise awareness at how important accessibility is. I talk about it a lot, other YouTubers talk about it a lot, but it really is something that is really important, and I figured if I shared my experience, then maybe the company involved or other companies similar would actually do something about it. Now, being deaf or blind or anything obviously does come with obstacles that you have to face, and things aren't as easy and you have to fight for things. That's just life, sadly. So recently, me and my best friend went to the cinema to watch Pitch Perfect 3, which by the way is a great film. But the experience getting to watch that film, on the other hand, was not great. Now, I have been to the cinema before, and this particular company have said that all of their screens in all of their cinemas have the hearing loop set up. The company itself is a very big company. It's View Cinemas. It's one of the biggest companies in the UK, and this video is not to bash them, to tell them that they really need to get their staff trained, because they had no idea what it was at first. So we get to the counter, we buy the ticket for the film, and I say to the lady, oh, can we get the headset? Or my best friend does, because I don't do the talking. She's like, can we get the headset for the hearing loop? She's like, the what? We're like, the hearing loop, we need the headset to connect up so we can watch it, because, you know, I'm deaf. Oh, yeah, let me just get my manager. She had no idea what this was. Now, I don't care if it's her first day, if it's her third year. Your staff should be trained. They should know what these things are. You're in a cinema, it's not going to be the first time. The manager comes and she's like, oh yeah, what can I do for you girls? We're like, we just need the headset. Like, yeah, no problem. We're thinking, oh, okay, good, perfect. She actually knows what this is. Brings over the headset. She's like, oh, what film are you watching? So like, Pitch Perfect, it's screen 5. She's like, yeah, no, that doesn't have a hearing loop set up. Like, yeah, but we've been told all of them have. And she was like, no, it doesn't have it. Only 3 of our screens do. And she reads off which screens they are. But actually, I've been to one of the other screens and it did have it, even though she's saying it didn't. So we were like, she does not know what she's talking about. But she said we can try it anyway. So we went in, waited for the film, because it only works when the film is actually on. Tried to work it, and we're like, it's a bit weird, like there's no light on it like there was last time, there's nothing on the headset itself. So my friend has a play around with the headset, and there's no battery in there. Now, these are wireless headsets that need batteries. If there's no battery in there, it's clearly not going to work. Instead of just putting a battery in, she just gave us an entire new headset, and this headset was disgusting. It didn't have any of the foam on the ears that like help keep it on the ears. It was just a hard, flat plastic surface, which is very uncomfortable and just slid down my ears. It just didn't stay on. No, nothing. Not working at all. We're like, I've missed half the film now, like this is ridiculous. So we just go outside, we go to the manager, we're like, we just want to get a refund. She's like, yeah, no problem. Starts walking, she's like, oh, but do you want to watch another film instead? And we're like, no, we just want a refund. And she was trying to not give us the refund. In all of this time, as a manager, you should be apologising, you should be trying everything you can. All she went, yeah, sorry, but that doesn't have it. Like, she had no customer service, and she clearly wasn't very trained in that field. She just wasn't very polite about it. It was like I was just being a pain, that I was asking for her and taking up her time, and that is not a nice experience. We go to another one in North Finchley, and it's a bigger cinema. Before we go, we call up, we see what screen it's on, we call up their accessibility line number on their website. You go to accessibility and it says, if you have any accessibility things that you need, call this number and we can give you support. So we call that number, we tell them what screen, what cinema, what time, all of the information. We say, can you please double check that the screen has hearing loop, because we've just been to one after being told that there was and there wasn't. Can you please check? So she's like, yep, I'll go check, no problem. She comes back, yep, it definitely has it. All of our screens have hearing loop. I've checked that one, it definitely has it on that time. And We go to the desk and we say, hi, we want to watch Pitch Perfect this time. Does it have hearing loop? And so the guy looks on the screen. This guy did, in fairness to him, know what it was. He wasn't like, what is that? He did know, and apparently on their screen it actually tells them whether they have, like, what they have, so whether they have subtitles on it, whether they have the hearing loop, all of that kind of stuff, which in theory is great. And so he's like, no, it doesn't have it. And we're like, but we've checked and we've been told it has it by one of your employees at the accessibility line. Let me just go and check with another colleague. Brings another colleague over. She's like, no, it doesn't have it. And we're like, but yeah, that's being discriminative, and you know, we've been told. And she's like, yeah, I know it is. Me and my friend are very stubborn when we think that we are right or know that we are right, and we won't let things go, especially when it comes to things like that. So we asked for the manager, who was the nicest person that we have met in this entire experience. He is the most helpful person there, and he was genuinely trying to help. He wasn't just going, you know, robot, sorry, like he was actually good. He seemed to know his stuff, however some of it did just sound like BS, to be honest. So we speak to him, we explain what the problem was, and he is like, oh yeah, it's not that simple, it's not just a case of turning it on. All of our screens do have, but when we put in a movie, you get sent 2 reels of the movie. One is the standard one, and one is the one that has things like subtitles and the infrared signal that is what sends the hearing loop working. Sends the hearing loop, makes the hearing loop work, is through infrared. He was like, well, to be able to get the infrared version working, you have to have the normal one in there as well, and not all our projectors can fit the size of the film in there. Surely you have the same projectors in every room, so if it worked, it just didn't make sense, but whatever. He was trying to come out with an excuse, I believe. So we're like, okay, well, this is what we've been told, we've double checked, and it's really not good enough, to be quite honest. And he was like, no, I completely understand. And he was just like, but that one just doesn't have it on. And we're like, yeah, but we've been told it has, we've double checked, like it should have it. And he was like, I'm really sorry, but it doesn't. And I'm like, well, can't you just go and check to see if you can turn it on? And he was like, let me go and have a look. Let me go and see if it is capable of being switched on. And if so, I'll get a headset and bring it back to you. And he was like, I also don't know if we have any headsets left because they only have 5. They have 10 screens in that cinema. Now, if in theory all of their screens have hearing loop on there, they have basically 1 headset to 2 screens. Like, you should at least have half a dozen or a few per screen. Like 5 headsets for a cinema with 10 screens, it just doesn't make sense, to be honest. And it's not like that, like, this company does not have a shortage of money. They clearly have money, they do upgrades and stuff like that. So why is it so hard to put that money where it's really important, which is into accessibility? Anyway, he comes back with a headset and we're like thinking, great, this is perfect. So he's like, I've turned it on, it should all be working. Go and give it a chance and see if it works. We're like, perfect, thank you so much for your help. He's like, any problems, come out. He was really helpful in his defense. Went in, wait for the film to start, nothing. However, this one does have a sound like, you know when you go through a tunnel with a radio and then the radio just goes yeah, it was doing that. So we knew that it was working to a degree, but something wasn't connecting up. We don't know what it was. I'm like, this is just getting on my nerves. My best friend was like, I'll go. And I'm like, nope, I will go, don't worry, I'll be right back. She was like, really? Are you sure? See, me and my best friend have this this relationship that she always does the talking and all of the standing up for ourselves and stuff like that. But when I then come and do it, then we know that I'm not a happy bunny. Like, I'm losing my cool. I go outside, find him, and I'm like, it's not working. It's making this noise, but it's not connecting up. He's like, okay, let me go and have a look. So he goes in, sees what it sounds like so that he can understand. Then he comes out, sounds like the other side of the wall, where it's dark, and he's talking quieter, obviously, because he's in the cinema. and it's in the dark. I'm like, I'm really sorry, but I am deaf and you're talking quietly and in the dark, so I can't even see your lips right now, so this is not working for me. He's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, and then takes me outside. Now, we've already used that we are going to head office to complain about this because it's not good enough. I was like, oh, he was like, mate, you need to take this up with head office. I was like, oh, I will. Don't worry, I will. My best friend was like standing there. You could see she was trying not to laugh. And then we said about being, like, about discrimination. So the only other trick that I have up my sleeve for them to actually try and do something is obviously bring on the waterworks, which I can do having acting classes for the most part of my life. So I go outside and he's like, I'm really sorry, like, it's on. I don't know why it's working. That screen was working earlier with someone that had it. And I'm like, well, now I miss half the film. He was like, well, can you go and sit in there anyway? Would you be able to understand it? I was like, no, I wouldn't. That's why I need that. He was like, what about if I turn the volume up? And I was like, no, that would probably make it worse. He was like, well, what is it that you're actually using it for? And I was like, because I'm deaf. I have hearing aids, like, I can't hear without it because it's just too fuzzy. I was like, right, okay, well, it's on. I just don't know what you want me to do, to be honest. And I understand that your night must have been really frustrating, but I just don't know what you want me to do. I'm like, it's not that it's frustrating. This is the part that I kind of wound me up a little bit, because it's not that it's frustrating that I wasn't able to watch the film. It was that none of the staff had the training, and we got told, oh, well, it's not in our training because some people are only with us like 2 to 4 weeks. I'm like, I don't care how long your staff are with you. And this goes for anywhere. It goes for shops, it goes for cinemas, it goes for anywhere. Accessibility should be within training. So I was like, it's not that it's frustrating, it's that hearing loss to me is still fairly new to this degree of hearing loss. And I always say on here on my channel, and I say it all the time, that I can still do anything I want to. I just have to find obstacles. However, when companies so big are basically putting those obstacles there and not making it easy, and not making or trying to make ways around it, or trying to help or understand, it makes you feel like you're fighting for nothing sometimes. And I was so determined to watch that film and be able to go to the cinema with my friend, do something normal, and not let, you know, my hearing loss to like choose what I can and can't do. But they were just not helping or making it easier, and so the waterworks came on. I was like, is there another screening of this film on tonight? And he was like, yeah, there's one in, I think it was about an hour later, an hour and a half later. So I'm like, perfect, can we watch that one? Does that one have loop? He was like, come to the chill, we'll chat. He looked at it, it's actually in the screen that he's just gone and tested the headset in. He's like, it's there at 6:40 or something, it's about 4:45 at the moment. And so we're like, perfect, we'll go see that. He was like, I'll give you some more tickets. So we got given 4 more tickets, and we got that night free, which is great because we don't want to pay for a service that isn't. But at the same time, why am I going to go to the cinema if I'm just going to get this every time, regardless of whether I'm paying or whether it's free? I don't want to have to keep going through that, and it's not fair on my friend, it's not fair on me, and it's not fair to put the staff in that position where they are untrained. He apologises and he gives us an email, and the staff and him say that to basically come to the cinema, I need to physically go into a cinema, ask what time and what day a certain film is on and whether it has the hearing loop setting on, and then go back for the film. Why would it be so hard to have on the internet when it says what screen and what time and what cinema online? Why would it be so hard to put next to it with subtitles, with hearing loop setting or audio device or whatever they call it? Why would that be so difficult? Because that would make life so much easier for everyone if you are going to pick and choose which films, which times and which days you're actually going to turn the hearing loop setting on. Really, they should be on and working for all films every time. But if you're going to pick, you need to at least make it so that people can know when it is on. It says the contact line that we call is not actually view. There aren't the company. They're someone that View pay to answer their phones, book online, all of that kind of thing. They're not View themselves. Now, I don't care if they're View themselves or if they are a company that View pay. They are talking and representing View. They should know this information. This shouldn't be something that we are being told one thing by them, one thing by someone else. Now, obviously, me and my best friend are very wound up at this point, and we don't just want to leave it there. We want answers. We want to understand what this whole too real thing was, because it just doesn't make sense, and we just wanted to put the word out there that basically this wasn't good enough. And so we did. I tweeted a message to them and it got nothing from them. My best friend emailed head office, and head office have come back with, oh, here's more tickets for you and we're really sorry. Did she think that was a solution or a proper apology or anything? It's not about getting free stuff. It really isn't. Like, I couldn't care if they gave us all the food, all the drinks, unlimited tickets for the rest of my life. If I can't go and watch a film easily or at all, or I have to try 3 attempts to be able to watch a film and take us about 7 hours to be able to complete that exercise every single time, I'm just not gonna go there. But please, please, if you see this, or any company, if you see this, please, please train your staff. If all of your screens have the ability to do hearing loop, why are you still choosing which films do, which films don't, what times, this, that and the other? Subtitles, why are you only doing, screenings once or twice a week at specific times? Like, people can't arrange their life around your timings, but then that means that they're missing out because you're doing it twice. You have 10 screens, why can't you have at least 1 screen? Yes, okay, maybe you can only play 1 or 2 movies within a day, but at least then every single day there's a film with subtitles. It's so easy to do, and to be honest, you'd probably actually get more money out of it because then people can come. So that's all for this video. I know it wasn't a ridiculously upbeat video, but it's something that I did feel needed to be shared and put out there. If you would like to, please share this video and send it to View, so then maybe View will see it and they will do something about it. And if you liked the video in terms of trying to raise awareness, or it's happened to you, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And like I said, in the comments below, if you've had any experiences of things like this, share them within the comments below, because it's the only way that we're going to get awareness out, is if we start to talk. And if you're not already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is just down there, so easy, but means a lot to me because it makes me smile when I see someone wants to come join our family. So yeah, I think that is all for this video. I will leave the link to my last video in the description box below, as well as all my social media, so be sure to come say hi. And until next time, keep watching, stay strong and stay safe. Bye guys.